Greetings, folks. Thanks for tuning in to... What a great season it's been thus far, Doris. We're about halfway through it. What stands out to you?
You know what's remarkably consistent, BA? There's always a surprise for the good and the bad. A team we expected to be in the mix maybe struggles because of an injury or because of bad chemistry, and then there's always an overachiever.
And a look at the starters for Charlotte. Bam Adebayo is out there with Marc Gasol. Then there's Drew Holiday. Then it's Chuma Okeke. Really left him alone that time.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
Here's Holiday. San Antonio getting their last shot to go. Bible passes to Fox. Outside, Caldwell Pope. The basket's good. Off the assist from Fox. Caldwell Pope's gotten his second bucket.
Yeah, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Now here's Holiday. 6 to shoot. And the shot falls short that time. For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Caldwell Pope, the pass to Fox. And San Antonio getting another bucket right there.
I like it. Setting up Fox that time, getting him something in rhythm.
Holiday with the ball. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. He's covered by Caldwell Pope. Adebayo.
What a confident dunk by Adebayo. He knows there's little the defense can do once he's elevated.
Fox outside. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Here's Noah. And San Antonio getting another bucket right there.
Impressive. 5 straight makes. Love the play calling here.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Fox finds Caldwell Pope. Here's Noah. Here's Cousins. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Let's remember that a 7'6" wingspan accompanies the frame of DeMarcus Cousins. Somebody might want to box him out.
DeMarcus Cousins.
What's up?
Shooting 1.
Hornets trail by 9. And Charles Lee wants a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the gameplay. And the 2K leaderboard now gives us a look at the shooting percentage leaders from this past month. Well, you look at Cousins. He is consistent. 4th highest shooting percentage in the NBA.
One of the hottest players in the league. He's been really sharp from the field recently.
Pass to Okeke. For 3. Noah grabs the board.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Fox, the pass to Caldwell Pope. San Antonio moving the ball around. Back to Thibault. Jacks up a 3. Nails it from 3.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. And Grant, offensively, Wemby has a lot of different options. Talk about his game.
Well, put simply, we've never seen a 7-footer with this array of skills. He's an efficient shooter from anywhere, and the length to just about ignore defenders. I mean, he's got it all.
Yeah, by most standards, Drew Holiday is very selective with his three-point shooting, but boy, he can knock it down.
Now here's Fox. Pass to Noah, puts up a 3. The basket's good off the assist from Fox. Noah's got his second bucket on the night.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Here's a Kiki. Adebayo, a screen on Thibault. Back to Holiday. The three. Second chance effort. Tipped. And here's Cousins. 5 points in the game. Pass to Noah. Lets the three fly. And San Antonio hits again from deep.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And it's Holiday with the ball for Charlotte. Down by 15. Down low. Cousins with the steal. Inside. And Cousins throws it down.
Are you kidding me? DeMarcus Cousins, my goodness. Go ahead.
Well, that's a fantastic view there from the AT&T Connected Cam. Gasol, a screen on Fox. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two. It's going to go on DeMarcus Cousins.
No debate there. He got hammered.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Spurs.
Well, you got to be impressed with how selfless they've been so far. Their passing has been simply outstanding.
The other thing that's gone exceptionally well for them tonight is the shooting they've displayed from beyond the three-point arc.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
And timeout called by Charles Lee. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
With the offense reeling, coach has to get these guys on the same page.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
And San Antonio making a change here. Bailey's checked in. Bolts against Holiday. 5 to shoot. Let's go with a three. Charlotte, no good that time either. Spurs lead by 18. To the inside. Here's Bailey. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want. And defensively, they are connected and on a string.
English passes to Bailey. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. To the paint. Here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And when Johnson gets an opening, no question he's looking to power it down.
Here's English. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible.
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's San Antonio. They have a confident 20-point lead right now. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good looks and pressuring shooters. Back to the game after this break. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Spurs team out there.
With their offense clicking on all cylinders, they own that first quarter.
That's exactly the start you want. You take complete command. Now you've got to maintain that focus.
Marcus Cousins is out there with Charles Bassey. Then it's Buddy Hield. Then there's Markelle Fultz. And it's English in at the 3 slot. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. Now here's Hield. To the middle. Deflects the pass. Shoots over Hart. And it's Hield missing.
Listen, that's a good shot for him. He just couldn't connect.
Outside Johnson. Cousins with the steal. Pass to English. Back to Fultz. To the paint. Here's Cousins, and Cousins throws it down.
Well, quality shots usually translate to great percentages. The chippy for DeMarcus Cousins with authority.
Back to Holiday. Lets it go from deep. It falls. He's now 2 of 5 from the field.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Now here's Fultz. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Cousins with a screen on Hart. To the wing, right side. English, that's good.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And it's Monk missing.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
Pass to Cousins. And here's Fultz. He's covered by Holiday. Cousins with a screen on Monk. Unloads from 13. Cousins can't hit. For Charlotte, they've gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Hard against Heel. Johnson on the wing. Here's Oden. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Hart finds Holiday. No good on the triple.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Oh, he muscles it in through the contact. They call the foul, and he's on his way to the line.
Well, make no mistake, Markelle Fultz, because of his athletic burst, can score on the interior. That's nicely done.
Looking at who's out there now for San Antonio. Thibault comes in for Bassi, and Caldwell Pope is subbed in for Heel. And you might think the toughest picks are set by the bruisers. But some say the shooters actually set the best screens. Why is that?
Well, the guy guarding a shooter doesn't want to leave their side. So when they screen you, you get no help.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. The NBA has its eyes on the old continent. Commissioner Silver said there continues to be an enormous opportunity to take basketball to another level in Europe. The quality of the basketball there has been fantastic, and we think there's a commercial opportunity to create something special. Guys, back over to you.
Okay, Allie, appreciate the update. Cousins, the pass to Fultz. Here's English. And it's off from three-point range. Charlotte has gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. Boucher on the screen. The rebound by English.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Here's English. He's got 5. Pulls up. Adebayo grabs the board.
I'd go back to that shot again. That's a great look from the mid-range.
To the right side. Charlotte, no good that time either.
Nothing going his way. Boy, it feels like he's forcing it and to no avail.
Fultz finds Thibault. For 3, Caldwell Pope. 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead. Well, these are the plays he's looking to make every single trip up the floor. Very offensive-minded guy.
Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Hornets team.
Last year, as expected, they had very little trouble against these guys.
Substitution on court.
Now Fox. Here's English. No good with the triple.
He might be forcing things a little bit right now. Credit to defense for how they're playing him.
It's Monk on the wing. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Oh, how about the dime? You love that unselfishness.
Outside, Caldwell Pope. Pass to English. Inside, here's Fox. Soft touch off the glass.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
For Charlotte, they've gotten only 3 of 9 attempts to fall in the second. One thing people notice about Dylan Harper, he loves to get going downhill.
Yeah, he delights in bullying his way through a defense, using a blend of speed and size to get to where he wants to go. That is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers it home.
Monk for 3, and it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
Boy, that's just inviting trouble. Defensively, you simply can't give him that much space.
Caldwell Pope, the pass to English. Left side, Caldwell Pope. Clock at 4. Three-pointer. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
They're just taking what the defense gives them. And right now, that's the interior.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. They set a pick. Down low. Montross. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Yeah, terrific work in the two-man game. Results in an easy bucket. That's how you do it.
Here's English, counted by Adebayo. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
3-second violation. Substitution on the court.
And so it's San Antonio ending the period up by a staggering 23 points. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. We'll be right back.
Pretty interesting how this is all coming together, don't you guys think?
Not interesting. It's exactly how I predicted it would look.
And going back now to that first half, you could say things are going extremely well for the Spurs. And that's a wrap on it.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Nice game. Great performance by DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah, he's played with great energy in the first half. Very disruptive at the defensive end.
Well, it was about effort and anticipation. Hard to get into an offensive rhythm when you know this guy is lurking.
Here's who Charles Lee is starting in the second half. They've got Marc Gasol. Bam Adebayo is out there with Chuma Okeke. Then there's Drew Holiday.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Now here's Fox. Pass to Cousins. Just 5 to shoot. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds in the game. Fires for 3. Gets the 3 to fall. He has 7.
Boy, how about that pass? He put it right where it needed to be.
Fox against Holiday. And it's Fox missing.
Boy, he couldn't have asked for a better look. That's tough to take.
Okeke, the pass to Holiday. Covered by Thibault to the inside. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
You think back to when Marc Gasol first entered the league. This was a big guy whose skills were certainly developing at the time. Now he's incredibly polished and a tremendous leader.
And Charles Lee wants a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. The first free throw is good. And so he makes both from the line. Here's Fox. Here's the steal. Here's Okeke. He's covered by Fox. Gasol, a screen on Thibault from 7 feet, and he drops that one in. Gasol's got 5 points.
With an assortment of moves at his disposal, the catch and shoot is just one of many ways Gasol can beat you.
Back to Fox. Inside. Ooh, stolen by Gasol. Fox against Holiday. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's on De'Aaron Fox.
It's no coincidence, guys, that wherever Drew Holiday has gone, the team gets better, and it's about the way he leads by example.
Doors for teams looking to trade away a big-money player. It seems the landscape is getting more challenging.
BA, to me, roster construction is one of the single most difficult things in this league. First and foremost, there are rules in place that restrict salary acquisition. The other piece of this is there are now second aprons in place. So it's not just roster construction, it's sustaining a quality roster over time and keeping that continuity. Success in this league is tough.
Spurs lead by 17. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Fox feeling it out a bit. And the rebound goes to Charlotte.
Boy, what a frustrating, sluggish start to this half. Brutal.
Pass to Holiday. It's stolen by Fox. Jumps up, and it's Fox with the jam.
Yeah, excellent work in transition from Fox. Pushing the pace and supporting the fast break.
Here's a Kiki, covered by Thibault. Shot clock at 6. He takes it in. Launches a 3. Charlotte, no good that time either.
Boy, this guy has not had a great night, and it really has weighed the entire team down.
Fox against Holiday. Fox, the pass to Noah. On the wing, Caldwell Pope. He has 7. And all around the rim that time before dropping. Caldwell Pope's got 9.
And he couldn't get an easier shot. The defense right now just looks defeated.
Well, simply stated, simply not enough effort. Not enough attention to detail. They've gotten run over this evening.
Now here's Holiday. Give him 8 points now. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Johnson, he's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Here's Fox. 6 points for him. And the basket by Noah. Noah's got 6 in the quarter.
Boy, this guy making the most of his chances here, really giving his team a lift.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Outside Holiday. Over Fox. Charlotte again missing.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
Well-timed shot fake. Got the defender off the ground right there.
Deep low post position. If DeMarcus Cousins has it, turn the lights out.
Gasol, the screen. Down low. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Fox, the pass to Caldwell Pope. On the wing, Fox. He's covered by Holiday. Pass to English. Here's Noah. He shoots again. Cousins. That is now his 7th field goal in 10 attempts. Impressive.
He's got the whole arsenal on display right now. This guy can score it in so many different ways.
He's covered by Caldwell Pope. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. 9 points in the game.
That mid-range J right in his wheelhouse. Nicely done.
Right wing. The 3 is up. Drills it from deep.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
There's 42 seconds left in the third. Now here's Holiday. Give him 8. drains the triple.
That's his second make from distance this half after hitting none before that.
On offense, here is San Antonio. They're on a 17-5 run. Pass to English. Here's Noah, covered by Johnson. This one for three. He buries it from three. Noah's got 20 points.
He's going off this quarter. A huge reason why this team is on top.
Now Gasol fires the three. Doesn't go for him. And so the San Antonio Spurs in total control, up by 29. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. They've got Buddy Hield. He's out there with Bailey. And it's Lynn in the point guard. That's who's in the game for the Spurs. Shoots from 12. That one goes. Count it. Lynn's got his first bucket of the night.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
From the arc. Sigma with a rebound. Outside Hield. Pass to Fultz. Outside Hield. 4 on the clock. From the high post. Adebayo.
Jeremy's open on the wing.
Stay strong on the board, Greg.
Shooting.
I got Shearer here. I got Shearer.
Don't wait for... Hey, get on our count. Here we go. Get it going.
Let's do it.
Yo, check Mark
Oh, foul. English.
No. He's got Drew. Here we go, attack. Here we go. No. Yep. Last. Give him that. No.
Coming up next. What a matchup we have tonight, Greg, in the front court. I know everyone, you and I included, have been waiting for this one.
And when you got two of the best bigs in the league going at it tonight, it's must-see TV. I can't wait to call this one, guys.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. We've got Johnson. Marquise Chris is out there with Alex Len. And then there's Antetokounmpo. Now, here's Suggs. Here's Malone. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Malone is relentless inside. So strong with non-stop effort.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
I was able to spend a few minutes with Doc Rivers. Coach joked that if he focused on a single aspect of stopping Nikola Jokic, he would probably just beat them a different way. Instead, he showed the team 5 video clips, each with a specific failure of guarding Jokic. He's asked his players to prevent those mistakes from happening. Guys, back to you.
Allie, thank you so much. Here's Suggs. Denver able to drain the 3. Just 5 on the clock. Screened by Malone. And stolen by Chris. All alone. And again, it's Denver.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
And we knew coming into this game, we expected him to be very involved early.
And stolen by Chris. Pass to Len. Rebound by the Hawks. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Man, the crowd noise can make it hard to execute your offense on the road, but they did a great job playing their game.
Clock is at 3. Hunter for 3. Here's Carroll. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Well, defensively, you've got to put a body on him. That guy will ruin you on the offensive glass. Well, he has been pretty much unstoppable this quarter, and his team is thriving as a result.
And timeout called by Doc Rivers. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. This break gives us the chance to see which teams have been the most successful in the transition game this month. The Hawks, number 1. The Nuggets, 3rd.
Yeah, I mean, the fast break is really the focus for both of these clubs. I mean, we've seen them take it up a notch here of late and really playing with a fast tempo.
Down low and stolen by Malone. Here's Hunter driving the lane. Len with the block. And Carroll gets it to go. Denver leading by 3. Pass to Chris. Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. Now here's Johnson. Len with a screen on Hunter. Out to the wing. No good with the triple. Hawks have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. And here is Suggs. Pass to Carroll. Len grabs the board.
Well, the defense was solid right there, but that's just a missed opportunity at the rim.
Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. And he hits the jump shot. He's got 13.
And, boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
Now, here's Suggs. Hasn't made one yet. And the first shot of the night for him, no good. To the inside. It's rebounded by Malone. Antetokounmpo against Suggs. Pass to Hunter. Malone, a screen on Johnson. It's deflected. Tries to keep it alive. And stolen by Chris. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And with Dennis Johnson, you know you're going to get tenacity and intensity, especially on the defensive end. He mucks things up out there.
Denver making a switch here. Sabonis is checked in. So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. And that one falls for Johnson. Tim, as you evaluate the standings every morning in the NBA, how do you go about personally evaluating where teams are and where they could go?
Well, if you want to look at it in the micro, I like 5-game splits. The macro for me would be 10-game splits. But it really gives you a feel, Kevin, for how your guys are performing lately.
Is that how teams break seasons down into 5 or 10-game splits as they go through the 82?
It's typically, Kevin, what they like to do because I think it helps players compartmentalize what is in front of them, and it helps you focus much more clearly because it's a shorter sample size.
That's interesting. Here's Suggs. After the basket by Sabonis. Carroll with a screen on Sabonis. Van Horn, and the 3-ball is good.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Antetokounmpo passes to Sabonis. From outside the arc. Carroll with the rebound. Carroll's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Suggs against Giannis. Pass to Van Horn. Another 3 for Atlanta.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. He has yet to score.
Using all of that size to create leverage and rip down that board.
There's a rejection by Giannis. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. It's up a 3. It's good from long range. And the Nuggets lead by 6.
And I'll tell you what, if Giannis develops a 3-point shot, I don't know how he stops.
Suggs looking around. Pass to Carroll. With 2 seconds left. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here.
Substitution on the floor.
And Bull wide open. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close a quarter.
And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. The Nuggets on top. They're up by 3. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Atlanta. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Nuggets.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of 3-pointers thus far.
And then there's the points off turnovers. They've really made the other team pay when they've lacked ball security.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. Torian Prince is out there with Richardson. Then it's Johnson. Then it's Sabonis. And it's Hudson in at the point.
And the big fella knows how to score the basketball. Bull's understanding of when to look for his next level.
Sabonis sets the pick for Johnson. Prince outside. Pass to Hudson. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Denver Nuggets. On Friday, they'll tip off a homestand starting with the Houston Rockets. Then on Thursday, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers coming into town.
And for their matchup with the Bucks, it will be the 9th bit of action for them during this young season. Every game a step closer to the finish line.
Hawks making a switch here. Malone's checked in.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Reza Shea has done a lot to quiet the doubters after being the #1 overall pick in 2024.
Well, in a draft without a lot of star power at the top, the Hawks took the kind of prototype wing you can't have too many of. And he has made good on that pick.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Hey, the Nuggets have gotten used to success. Nikola Jokic said, quote, winning is a lifestyle for us. It's really good when you're winning. Everybody's happy. Everybody wants to play. Everybody is buying not want to go back to that. Guys?
They're sure good with him in the lineup. Okay, thank you, Allie. So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for Atlanta. And now that we have a chance, let's show you the NBA's top thieves. This is the list of this month's steals leaders. You take a look at Malone, such quick hands, second in the NBA.
Really been fantastic defensively this run for him. He's had more than his share of steals, and now he's looking to get more.
Richardson for three. Atlanta with the rebound. And going against Denver, the first meeting of the season. Here's Bull, and it's Bull slamming it down.
And guys, this is kind of Bull's role. He's out there to score, and he does it in a variety of ways.
And that's a great look at that slam from our AT&T Connected Cam. To end the run, it's rebounded by Malone.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
They just need a spark. This is when your leaders have to step up.
Hits the three-point bomb. And now it's a 9-point Hawks lead.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
And they come right back with their own three-pointer. 16 points for him.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
From downtown, another 3 for Atlanta.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Lets the 3 fly, and Bull pulls it down.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Another 3 for Atlanta.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
The Nuggets trail by 12. Back to Johnson. Richardson finds Johnson. Out to Chris. 4 on the clock. 3-pointer. They get it back. Richardson outside to the middle with the clock winding down. And Chris throws it down.
And once Chris gets the position he wants, he is throwing it down with a vengeance.
And so now a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's ready to talk things through with them. And you think of the different styles of play. Tim is the one that you prefer watching.
I personally like variety, Kevin. I like certainly three-point shooting. That's how I made my living. But I also want to see post play. And I want to see teams that also can beat you with isolation sets as well. I think those are the toughest teams to defend. They can hit you from any area.
They sure can. For 3, Hunter nailed from three-point land. Hunter's got the lead up to 13 now for Atlanta.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Chris kicks to Prince. Right side out of the Kumbo. Pass to Prince. There's the triple. Rebound, Atlanta.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that.
Here's Suggs. Now Hunter. Malone sets the pick for Hunter. And then Malone with the dunk.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, they've gotten the matchup they want every time up the floor, and they have taken advantage of that.
Prince outside. Here's Antetokounmpo, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And he's shown to be a tough cover. Once Giannis gains more confidence, he's got a chance to be unstoppable.
Alex Lenz checked in for Denver. Johnson comes in for Taurean Prince.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Carroll with a screen on Johnson. Hunter, the pass to Suggs. Wants to get it to Malone and does. Oh, that's blocked. Chris kicks to Antetokounmpo. And another miss by Denver.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Hunter, no good. The Nuggets trail by 13. Inside. Here's Chris. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. Chris has got 4 points this quarter.
And this is where Chris does a considerable amount of damage. Feels comfortable taking those interior shots.
Hunter, the pass to Malone. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Well, they are making something very difficult look simple right now.
For three. No good on the shot. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. Allie, thank you for that interview. And now we're at halftime. And we'll be back to bring you more basketball after this.
I've got to admit, even when these guys are covered, they make the shots.
Yeah, you like to say close out.
Let's look now and see how... And that's all for us.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Really an incredible game from Bol.
Yeah, and through the first two quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Well, and I expect they're going to continue to lean on him as we continue in this game. Why not? The way he's playing right now offensively.
Jalen Suggs is out there with Hunter. Then there's Moses Malone. And it's Carroll in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the five to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. Antetokounmpo passes to Johnson. Back to Antetokounmpo. From deep. Carroll with the rebound.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Malone. And that'll be two free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, and Malone excels at putting himself in a great position, really on both ends. Just a dynamite rebounder and interior scorer.
And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Denver. They trail by 18. Pass to Chris. No good on the three. The Hawks shooting has been brilliant in this game. 67% from the floor. Now Hunter. Malone right side. Stolen by Len. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Makes it off the glass. 18 points for him.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, getting a high percentage look right out of the locker room to start the second half. Exactly what they were looking for.
Knocked away.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Giannis up top. He's covered by Suggs. 6 to shoot. Here's Giannis. It's hauled in by Malone. Malone's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Yeah, just 25% to start this half. They're going to have to start getting higher percentage shots.
Here's Carroll. And that one is good. Carroll's got 6.
Well, that's a tough matchup because he's skilled and relentless.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Now let's take a look at how the shots have been divided up between 3-point shots and 2-point shots for the Hawks.
I really like how they've been attacking offensively. If the 3-point shot's there, they take it with confidence. And when the lane does open, they are more than willing to attack at the rim.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
And regardless, it's great effort. You love to see that kind of hustle on defense.
Antetokounmpo passes to Chris. A 3-ball.
He was torching them from deep in the first half, but he has not made one here in the second.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Yep, that one goes in there.
And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant to pull the trigger.
Johnson down low. Carroll covering. Fades. Rebound by the Hawks. Carroll's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done.
Really tough quarter for him shooting the basketball.
Hunter dishes to Malone. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. The Nuggets trail by 16. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And here's Antetokounmpo outside. Hawks have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. And then Malone with the dunk.
Well, this team relies on his scoring, and no shocker, he's done his part.
Denver's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. And he uses the glass on the layup. He's got 20.
Well, you want those shots anytime you can get them. High percentage at the rim.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. Nikola Jokic is a family man through and through. He said, quote, "Basketball is not the main thing in my life and probably never will be. And to be honest, I like it because I have something more at home. Something that's more important than basketball." Kevin?
Some good perspective. Thanks so much, Allie, for the report. Van Horn, he's checked in for Moses Malone. And a switcher also for Denver. Sabonis is checked in. And they're moving it up. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And they need those kind of plays right now. Smart defense that generates some hope.
Suggs against Antetokounmpo. Back to Hunter. And taken away by Johnson. Floats it up for the setup. And the slam by Giannis.
Gliding through there. Giannis with exceptional talent.
Pass to Hunter. To the left side wing. They set the pick. He lobs it up. Shot clock at 5. Takes it inside. The Hawks again can't hit.
He got the space he wanted for his mid-range. He just wasn't able to convert.
Len finds Johnson. Sabonis high post. Here's Giannis. Over Van Horn. Offensive rebound. And the dunk by Len.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe. The shot's good. He has 5.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Screen by Sabonis. Off the mark, and a chance to trim it to single digits. Van Horn, the pass to Hunter. 27 seconds left in the third. Drains it from beyond the arc. Suggs has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
No good that time. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Hawks lead by 15. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Atlanta. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Well, the vision, the placement of the pass, and then the timing. You just can't do it any better.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. And Denver will start the fourth quarter with. We've got Hudson. Chris is out there with Torian Prince. Then it's Sabonis. And GA, a lot of the best defensive teams in the league have some stout zone looks they can go to. Where do those in a game come in handy?
I mean, often it's a way of challenging opponents to make perimeter shots, but also you want to show different looks just to kind of disrupt the rhythm of a team's offensive flow.
Pass to Hudson. There's a screen by Chris. Here's Hudson. Pulls it up. And he hits the jump shot. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Here's Sprewell. He's covered by Hudson. Took the opportunity when he saw it. And it's now 22 points for Bol.
And a big reason they have this lead is the way he's shooting the ball.
Prince finds Sabonis. Denver passing it around. Pass to Chris. Prince outside. Lets it go from deep. Sprewell grabs the miss.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
Alone. Good.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
Well, the volume has been there, but so has the efficiency, which is why they're in control of this game.
Hunter, the pass to Sprewell. Pass to Van Horn. Malone, a screen on Prince. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. And it's Sprewell missing. The Nuggets trail by 17. Out to Chris. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Here's Hudson. Puts up a deep three. And Van Horn pulls it down.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
Goal, that's good.
Yeah, inside, Bol does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
And we've got a timeout from David Adelman. He knows every possession is critical now. For the Nuggets, Lang's check in for Sabonis. Johnson comes in for Torian Prince. And Giannis Antetokounmpo subbed in for Hudson. Chris with the bounce pass. Traps in the tray. 28 points for him.
Well, he hit 4 threes in the first, and now he's drained 2 more here in the second quarter. Absolutely on fire from deep.
Pass to Malone, and stolen by Chris. To the paint. The 9-foot shot. Len, good.
Got the ball right inside. Such a well-timed pass.
The Hawks leading by 14. Baseline jumper. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Chris has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
A key rebound there, but they can do a little better on the glass here down the stretch. Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Outside, Suggs. Now Hunter. Malone sets the pick for Hunter. It's tipped. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. They get a hand on it. Suggs with the steal. inside Hunter. Shoots the three. Knocks down the three.
A very consistent three-point shooter. Hunter shoots it well from there because of how confident he is.
And now here's Chris. 1:57 left in the fourth quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Suggs against Antetokounmpo. Missed on the three. Atlanta leading by 15. Outside, Suggs. Screen by Malone. A quick pass leads him right to the rack.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Hawks.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooters.
Exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Bol.
Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
Buries the deep ball. And Suggs has got the ball here for the Hawks. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Here's Hunter. Malone, a screen on Giannis.
Second. Team 20. At the line for 2, Moses Malone.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for Malone. So it's Denver now. It's a 16-point game. Sabonis inside. Malone on him. Snatched away. Guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
So Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that'll do it, folks. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Moses Malone.
A festive atmosphere inside. And we're in the thick of the season. How hard is it to keep your guys engaged right now?
Well, it's the biggest challenge for a coach to get your players to continue to listen and to continue to try to improve. You have to figure out the best way to communicate, and that's different on a player-by-player basis.
And now the Indiana Pacers starters. They've got Scotty Barnes, Jakob Poeltl out there with OG Anunoby. And it's Starks in at the point. Three-pointer, and he buries his first look.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now here's Wall. 9 points for him in his last game. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
So nice passing by Indiana here. Here we go. Count it.
That's how they like to see him operate. Big part of their attack.
Here's Starks. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Shoots over Wall, and it Starks missing.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's the look they want. It's tough working the mid-range area.
Poeltl grabs a miss.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
The Bulls have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Williamson outside. Ball for 3. It's rebounded by Indiana. Coming off a win against the Hornets.
And at the offensive end, they were lights out in that game. They found all sorts of ways to punish the D.
Yeah, and for a coach, seeing your schemes clicking like that is very rewarding.
Clock at 6. Back to Poeltl. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And it starts missing. And here's Williamson. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. They trail by 1. They're coming off that loss against Denver.
And it seemed that not a lot went right for them. Plenty of standing around on the offensive end, and their D couldn't make up for it.
Yeah, they just looked totally lost in that game on both ends of the floor. The coach is going to have some choice words for him after that one.
Here's Starks. 9 points in his last outing. Williamson passes to Wall. The 3 hits the trifecta. He's got 5.
Showing great vision that time. Zion delivers the ball exactly where it needs to be.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I caught up with the Bulls head coach. We got to talking about Pascal Siakam. I'll be honest, I love his game, coach said, but we have to look for ways to stop him. I'm hopeful we can disrupt his rhythm and push him off his spots. So not letting Pascal get what he wants is the game plan here. Back to you, Brian.
And Allie, thanks. Now here's Wall. Over to the wing. Picked by Williamson. The Bulls need to get off a shot. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. And now we go to the 2K leaderboard to look at the teams with the most blocks per game over the last month. In third, the Pacers.
These guys have been so impressive down low on the defensive end. Denying shots left and right over the past month.
Chris Middleton's checked in for Chicago. The Pacers also with a sub. Irving's checked in. Indiana has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Outside Barnes. Here's Starks. Pass to Irving. From behind the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc.
A player who can hit from range and make it look effortless. Kyrie is that guy.
Williamson outside. Middleton outside. Over to the left wing. Picked by Williamson. He shoots it. McGrady shot is off.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
And he lobs it up to the rim. Oh, the dunk by Williamson.
That's a high percentage play. Zion is a dangerous lob.
Pass to Barnes. Kept alive. Pirtle, the pass to Irving. Now Barnes. Fires from way outside. It's rebounded by Zubac.
I don't know what he was thinking. Maybe settling a score with his coach?
Well, if that was one of my players, I'd think about sitting him down right away and letting him think about that.
Now here's Wall. Williamson with a screen on Irving. Here's Wall. Can't get it to drop. Ooh, good D by Irving. Indiana trailing here. You know, Grant, for a guy who started playing basketball at age 17, Siakam has put together quite the resume.
Yeah, B.A. Pascal is a champion. He's got multiple All-Star and All-NBA selections, and one of the great developmental stories when you think about his discovery through basketball without borders.
For Chicago, Bryant comes in for Zubac, and it's Hayward in for Wall. Now here's Middleton. No points yet. Chicago passing it around. Just 5 on the clock. Bryant a screen on Irving. From deep, Hayward. The Pacers pull it in.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Irving finds Barnes. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Now here's Hayward. 26 points for him last game against Denver. Pass to Williamson. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
Chicago shooting their first free throw of the evening.
Team foul. At the line for the Bulls, Zion Williamson, shooting 1.
At the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. It's the Bulls. They lead by a bucket. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Bulls.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And something else I've noticed is how they've been able to cause turnovers and take advantage of them on the offensive end, not wasting those extra chances at all.
Thomas Bryant out there with Zion Williamson. Then there's Gordon Hayward. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Dantley in at the 2. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Pass to Barnes. And here is Irving. 6 on the shot clock. To the wing on the left. Here's Zipser. Misses the 3. Used the pump fake well, but he couldn't capitalize. Now here's Middleton. Williamson outside. Picked by Williamson. Hayward, the pass to Middleton. Here's Dantley. He's guarded by Barnes. Here's Bryant. Hartenstein pulls it in. And so it's Irving with it. He brings it up for Indiana. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. All sorts of time. And he hits the jumper for 2. And it's a 3-point Indiana lead. And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust.
Yourself on the screen, you should
Pacers making a change here, and Anunoby's checked in. Over the past month, these small forwards have really showed us what they can do from the arc. Let's see how their long-range percentages all stack up. Fourth, OG Anunoby.
These guys show unbelievable consistency shooting the three. It's not the only skill they have, but it helps make them extremely dangerous.
Well, it really shows you the evolution of the three spot. Wings often have a more 3 and D focus now.
Now here's Middleton. 8 points in his last time out. Here's Hayward. That's good. And it's Williamson with the assist. Hayward's got his first points of the night.
I mean, scoring on all three levels. Gordon Hayward is such a difficult assignment.
Pass to Zipser. Outside Irving. From deep. Hits a three-pointer. And the Pacers lead by 4.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Williamson outside. Middleton outside. Ryan against Hartenstein. Williamson for 3. Pacers with a rebound. Left side, Anunoby. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. And Grant, when it comes to a franchise player, how much does it help to have a guy who unites the locker room?
Well, you know, B.A., when you think of guys like LeBron James or a Stephen Curry or Tim Duncan, it's not just about their play on the court, but the type of person you see in the locker room. That can rally a franchise.
Now here's Williamson. 5 points in the game. Hartenstein pulls it in.
Well, that is stifling coverage on the perimeter. That's how you stop a good shooter in his tracks.
And Anunoby finds Barnes. Here's Irving. The 3 is up. Oh, he drains the 3, and he'll go to the line for one more. They'll pin that on Chris Middleton. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And from the jump, they've also clearly been focused on running effective plays here tonight. And there's been a lot of high-quality distribution from them on the floor.
Wall with it. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. McGrady to pass to Hayward. Wall against Irving. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Wall gets the bucket. Wall's got 5.
So physical for a 1. Wall has the size and skill to do work in the paint.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thank you. Cameron Johnson stays even. He said, I just try to come in and do my job every game, no matter what that looks like. And as somebody who shoots a lot of threes, some days can be better than others. So you just ride the waves while you can and focus on that next play. The next shot and your results, they'll be the results. Back to you, Brian.
Timeout. Thank you, Allie. And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Here's Hayward. Clock at 6. McGrady to pass to Leitner. Ball for 3. The Bulls with another miss.
That's exactly how you have to defend them on the perimeter. Can't allow any space.
Tripucka. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Bulls trail by 9. Pass to McGrady. 4-3. The rebound by Starks. Indiana on offense. They're on a 15-4 run. Here's Tripucka. And here's Anunoby. There's the triple. And again, it's Indiana with a 3.
I just love the ball movement.
1:46 left in the first half. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Wall looking over the floor. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Wall's got 4 points now in the quarter.
His nimbleness makes him a unique threat at the rim.
Starks the pass to Anunoby. Takes a three, and the three-pointer goes. 9 points in the game.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
54 seconds left in the second. And that one is stuffed right through.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of it.
Now here's Wall. He has 7. To the middle. Here's Hayward. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
A tenacious competitor, Hayward is more than comfortable playing in attack mode.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening.
2 shots.
That one's off.
And what I appreciate about Gordon is he's a fighter, working his way back from that devastating leg injury in 2017. Still a solid contributor.
Ivica Zubac checked in for Chicago. No good on the second free throw.
Well, that's a rarity for him, not being able to cash in on the trip to the line.
Oh, that's how to throw it down. Barnes with an exclamation point.
Now here's Hayward. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Zubac high post. Zubac. And the basket is good. The call goes his way, and we could be looking at a three-point play here. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. The Bulls making a switch here.
The basket counts. Defensive foul, Jakob Poeltl. Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for Chicago, Ivica Zubac. 1 shot.
The free throw drops from Zubac. 5 ticks left to play in the second quarter. With 1 on the clock. That shot, no good. And so it's Indiana earning this break in the action, up 10. Their work from distance has been impressive, and it's put them in this lead right now. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fifth.
So, do you agree with these rankings, big fella?
I rarely agree with him, Ernie. Makes me wonder who's doing these rankings. I think we should check their credentials.
And looking now at that first half, anything that could have gone wrong did go wrong for the Chicago Bulls. And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Well, you look at Kyrie Irving in this game. He's been everywhere.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Pacers leading by 10. And Indiana looking at who they've got. We've got Jakob Poeltl, OG Anunoby out there with Barnes. And it starts in at the point. Back to Poeltl. Zubac with the steal. Intercepted. Here's Starks. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Ball for three. That one's in. Coming off a nice dish from Williamson. Williamson's got his third assist of the night. Outside Barnes. Outside Anunoby. And so the ball out of bounds. Anunoby touched it last. All right, let's take a moment to have a look at which point guards have posted the highest scores over the last month. The fourth spot held by John Wall.
You know, this is a collection of maybe the most well-rounded offensive talents in the league.
Well, that's one of the biggest changes in the league over the years. Point guards are now expected to score. They have to do more than just pass.
Now here's Williamson. He's got 5.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Chicago passing it around. Pass to McGrady. 4 on the clock. Williamson with a screen on Barnes. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
Pass to Barnes. Here's Starks. That three's off the mark. Bulls trail by 9. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Williamson passes to McGrady. Outside Wall. Picked by Williamson. And he's going for the lob. Here's Starks. Wall covering. Knocks down the long J. 12 points for him.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Now here's Wall. He's got 10 on target from range.
Some speedy shooting from Wall. He gets the pass and puts his shot right up to beat the D.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Covered by Williamson. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. Indiana shooting their second attempt at the line tonight.
At the line for the Pacers, number 7. One shot.
Here's Zubats. Right around 3 minutes into this second half. Now here's Wall. He's guarded closely. Pass to Williamson. To the paint. Here's Zubats. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. And the fans love seeing incredible moments on defense like that block.
Oh, amazing indeed. And getting stops like that only encourages them to keep attacking on the offensive end.
Here's Wall. That's short off the rim.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the Bulls. Just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
From outside, off the mark. Indiana leading by 14. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. 6 to shoot. Takes it inside. That's basket number 6 in 8 tries.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Now here's Wall. He's got 13.
Well, he's making a concerted effort to use the three-point shot here in the second half. Only 1 in the first, 3 since the break.
I got him.
Hurdle with a screen on Williamson to the middle. Zubac with the steal. 3 on 3. And a nice finish on the layup. He's got 7.
Hustle plays like that are crucial right now. You have to convert on every turnover you get.
Starks the pass to Anunoby. Fires from deep. Counted from distance.
Yeah, he's been having his way this quarter, attacking the basket and protecting their lead.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. The Bulls making a switch here. Middleton's checked in. The Pacers also with a sub. Irving's checked in for Anunoby. The Bulls trail by 14. Pass to McGrady. Middleton outside. Now here's Wall. To the inside. Zubac. Pirtle grabs a miss. Pirtle's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Picked by Pirtle. From downtown. Another 3 for Indiana.
Well, when you look at what he's provided them on the offensive end, it's been an important part of why they're leading.
Williamson outside. The open shot by Middleton. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Well, they call him Money Middleton for a reason. His ability to hit shots immediately.
And again, it's Indiana with a 3.
His points are really adding up from the three-point line. He had 9 from distance in the first half, and he's only getting better.
Williamson finds Wall. Williamson with a screen on Irving. Here's Wall. Oh, that bucket gives him his 7th field goal in 12 tries.
Not many guys can score on the move like Wall. A true slasher. Gets inside with ease and has a bunch of ways to finish.
Now here's Barnes. Here's the 3. Another 3 for Indiana.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Here's Middleton. Pass to Williamson. Now Wall. He's guarded by Irving. Takes the 3. Nice shot there, making him 8 for 13.
I mean, he's doing all he can. He needs help out there.
Indiana leading by 16. Left side Irving. Got a hand on it. Here's McGrady. Now Middleton. Out of bounds. It'll be Indiana's ball.
Well, that's an unforced error. If you want to drive your coach crazy, that's the way to do it.
And here is Irving. 1 second left. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so it's Indiana in control with a 16-point advantage heading into the break. They're getting quality looks, and that's why they're shooting at such a high clip. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. They've got Chris Middleton, Thomas Bryant out there with Gordon Hayward, and it's McGrady in a shooting guard. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. That one drops for him. Bryant's gotten his first basket of the night.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Irving, the pass to Anunoby. From outside the arc, sinks the tray.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
And here's Middleton. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. 17-point game. Pass to Hayward. Fires the 3. Deflected. And he recovers it. Bryant outside. Irving against Middleton. Shot clock at 5. There's the 3. It's not going to go for him.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Here's Anunoby. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Bulls trail by 20. And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Bulls Youth one more time for your Bulls kids.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the 4th. Dantley passes to Bryant, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Bryant's got 4 points this quarter.
Tossing the pass to the interior. That's what you want to do. Get into the paint.
Oh, and a fast break for Chicago. Here's Hayward. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around.
Something that's evolved in this league. The level of strength training. Hayward can now easily muscle through contact.
Outside Irving. Beyond the arc. Chicago with a rebound. Pass to Hayward. Lays it up and banks it in.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Indiana leading by 14. Hartenstein a screen. Guarded by Hayward. Outside Irving. 5 on the clock. Shoots. Tries again. No problem from Hartenstein as he finishes at the rim. Hartenstein's got his first 2 points. Around 3 minutes gone here in the 4th. Anunoby covering. Hayward outside. Hayward missing again. For Indiana, they've gone 3 of 5 since this 4th quarter started. Outside Anunoby. Guarded by Hayward. Shot clock at 6. Irving for 3. And Hartenstein slams it in.
And B.A., he takes his rebounding so seriously.
This dude is such a grinder. His teammates appreciate the effort. Just goes all out on the glass.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
And so here is Chicago after the basket by Indiana.
Well, the defense just dared him to take that one. Poor execution on their part, but they got lucky.
Covered by Bryant, and the ball out of play. The Bulls will have it. And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. The Pacers making a switch here. Bulls trail by 18. Outside Wall. Now Williamson. Clock at 6. It's tipped. Oh, rejected by Pirtle. Up top, Barnes. Here's Starks. Wall covering. Here's Pirtle. Williamson with a rebound. Now Wall.
2 minutes.
Zubac, screen from deep. Cash from downtown.
Well, over the course of the night, he's been taking shots he's comfortable with, and it's working.
Outside Anunoby. For three. It's money from deep.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Wasting no time. They answer with a three.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Pacers.
Offensively, they made the most of their trips.
They found multiple ways to score consistently, and a little luck doesn't hurt them either. They also got some nice bounces off the rim tonight, too.
And it's a performance that will signify their 5th win of the year. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. They're ahead by 12. Let's take a moment to check out our player of the game.
Think about this. He has owned this game from start to finish. Wow, so impressive. The defense literally looked helpless trying to stop him out there. He has been far and away the best player on the court, and it's not close.
You know, some guys aren't the same player on the road. Not this guy. He loves sticking it to an opposing crowd, and it only adds fuel to his fire. Anunoby there for the rebound.
Oh, you got to finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
That misses. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Outside Wall. Oh, my goodness! Both hands there for a little extra. How about that elevated look on the AT&T Connected Cam? They're having a hard time stopping this run.
And BA, you can't afford to keep coming up empty.
And so Indiana takes this one by a big margin. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Hey there, I'm here with Pascal Siakam. The shots were falling for you tonight. How'd you like the flow offensively?
I like it. You know, we play for each other like we always do. Move the ball around, get the open shots. And today, they went in, so we got to continue to play.
It's helpful when it goes in. Thanks so much, Pascal.
All right, Allie, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. With Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And as we leave, we present our player of the game.
Up next. And like everyone else, GA, I'm looking forward to the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, we have a pair of the best centers in the NBA. Points in the paint will be a key number tonight.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Jones is out there with Chris Dunn. Then it's John Collins. Then there's Donaldson. Here's Favors. It's rebounded by Donaldson. Dunn with it. Outside Collins. He's guarded by Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Warriors with the rebound. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
And the bench turned up in that one. Whatever they couldn't get from their starters, they got from the reserve.
For a number of reasons, depth seems to become more important every year.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Really left alone that time.
He likes to shoot from back there. He's steady Eddie for a reason.
There's Noel, and Noel throws it down hard.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. That's a great look at that move from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T. Well, Richard, you had an interesting view of the start of the Warriors dynasty.
Yeah, I was very, very blessed to be a part of that Steph, Clay, and Draymond's first playoff run back in 2013. Matter of fact, some of the Warrior fans are still mad at me for some missed free throws. But I was 90 years old. Let it go.
And the Warriors with possession here. Philadelphia able to drain the three.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Jones, no luck.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Williams kicks to Favors. To the wing on the left. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Warriors shooting their first free throws here for the night.
At the line for your Warriors, number 8. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Both shots good from the stripe.
It's always nice to see a big fella be able to knock down some free throws and make teams pay from the line.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Back to Dunn, fires for 3, and Derek Favors pulls it down. Favors got 4 rebounds in this game. White dishes to Noel. And the rejection by Collins.
And that shows you a bit of Collins' all-around game and why he's so valuable at both ends of the floor.
Now, here's Collins. Outside, Jones. The 76ers with another miss. Warriors have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Williams passes to Noel. Oh, and he pops it off the glass. Wow. The 3, it's deflected. He's guarded by Collins. Pass to White. Now here's Favors. Fires from deep. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter skill, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Donaldson. No scoring in this one. There's the screen. Looking to end the run, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Green is checked in for the Warriors. Tatum comes in for White. Tony Batiste checked in for Philadelphia. Porter comes in for Dunn. The free throw drops for Donaldson. As the weeks fly by in the NBA, RJ, what changes are made at the player level? What are these players looking at, trying to work on, and aiming for?
It's just hard to see. It depends on the individual. For me, you just need to prioritize basketball. Start blocking out any and all noise.
That one is no good. Warriors leading by 4. Outside, Green. Left side, Favors. It's blocked. Guarded by Tatum. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Number 23, one shot.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. To the left wing. It's Williams, high post. Green with a screen for Tatum. And a miss there on the triple.
2 minutes remaining.
The 76ers trail. Here's Batiste. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Warriors have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Outside, Green. Out left to the wing. And it's denied. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that away.
.131 left in the first quarter.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also.
And then Collins slams it in.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
Now here's Noel. The 3 from Tatum. Buries the long-range jumper.
And it's going to take a little time, but Tatum has the tools to be one of the best scorers in our league.
Henderson passes to Collins. Jones from outside. And Derek Favors pulls it down. Favors got rebound number 8 now on the night. Pass to Tatum. To the middle. It's tipped. Clock at 6. RJ passes to Noel. And a slam dunk by Favors.
Slamming it home. Part of why Favors shoots it so well from the field, sometimes he just spikes it instead of shooting it.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And here's Henderson. Nothing on the board. Goes up on the wing. That one doesn't go.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised it ended up going their way with the miss.
And we... And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And rebounding numbers sometimes be overlooked at, but they can have a big effect on the outcome.
So with Williams on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. We've got Tatum. Daniel Gafford is out there with Nerlens Noel. Then there's Mirotic, and it's Duarte in at the 1. Here's Tatum. The 19-footer is on the money. Tatum's got the lead up to 6 now for the Warriors.
And this is what Tatum does best right now. Create space in the mid-range area and use that high release point to just shoot over the top of the D.
Here's Person. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Person's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Pass to Gafford. Down low, here's Mirotic, and they pick up 2. And the Warriors lead by 5.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
AC passes to Collins. Here's Person. On the wing, Porter. Jacks up a 3, sinks the triple.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
Golden State. Green, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. McDaniel comes in for Mirotic. And Derek White subbed in for Duarte. Then for the 76ers, Tony Batiste checked in for Plumlee. Brewer comes in for Person. And it's done in for Mason. White the pass to Tatum. Green with a screen for Tatum. To the inside. And Green with the basket on the assist by Tatum.
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Pass to Brewer. Now Porter. Inside, Collins. Great tee that time from Green.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Let's use this break for a quick look at the squads that really made it happen on the fast break last season. The Warriors, number 1.
Do they love to run? I mean, nobody did it better. They would get out in the lanes and push the ball even after makes.
Jones checked in for the 76ers. The 76ers trail by 4. Dunn passes to Collins. Outside, Porter fires the 3. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
The defense a step slow. You can see the result.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Favors with the screen on Porter. Tatum finds Favors, and he comes up with the deuce. Favors got his second basket of the game.
And Favors, very reliable around the rim, can get it done over either shoulder.
Jones from outside. Good on the triple. Jones has got the game tied up here for the 76ers.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Outside, White. Pass to Tatum. Three-pointer. Tatum drills it from distance.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Outside, Collins. Jones, no one around him. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Tatum passes to White. And here is Noel. He's guarded by Collins. Tatum deciding where to go with it. Pass to Griffin. Noel, a screen on Jones. Here's Dunn. Scoreless thus far. Now, here's Collins. Jones for 3. Good. Score the basket. Mark him 4 for 8. Shooting 50% so far.
He's going to force them to have to make adjustments. That's number 4 in terms of triples in the half.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Both teams will make substitutions. Now here's Tatum. Not a lot of room. Can't get the leaner to fall. Philadelphia's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Pass to Collins. Shot clock at 6. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Golden State's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And the Warriors miss again. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Now Collins. And Greg, you were a point guard. How has that position evolved over the years?
Well, if you think of how much more of the court that has to be covered and the style, you have to score more now to play the position. I think shooting becomes incredibly important. And then defensively, with all the switching, you got to be able to hold up against size and play all over the floor.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
And what I appreciate about Collins is he plays his role well and an efficient player because of it.
And the 76ers making a change here. Plumlee's checked in. And so Collins nails both of them.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Jones against White. Takes the 3. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. He's got 6.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge. Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Outside, Jones. Over to the left wing. There's a screen by Collins. 5 on the clock. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
After failing to get going in the first quarter, he's looked much better here in the second.
Pass to Favors. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Dunn. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Now Collins. Outside, Jones. Dunn up top. Just 4 to shoot. Over Tatum. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Not all his mid-range jumpers are created equal. That's one they'll take all night long.
Puts up a deep 3. And no good in the last second attempt this time. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. 76ers ahead. They're up by 4. And Allie LaForce has got something now for us from the floor. Allie, take it away. Thanks, Allie. Much appreciated. Halftime now, and we'll be back to get the third quarter underway in just a moment.
Looking at Philadelphia, this hasn't been the dominant season they were hoping for. They've let a number of winnable games slip away, but do not sleep.
And now let's talk Golden State. They're in an even matchup through one half of play.
At the defensive end, I'm not seeing disruption.
And that is it for half.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. What can you say? Eddie Jones, an impressive effort here today.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
And so in the game for the 76ers, they've got Donaldson. Jones is out there with Chris Dunn. Then it's John Collins. Now here's White. Still scoreless. Launches a three. Rebound by the 76ers. Collins has got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Out to the right wing. Dunn dishes to Collins. Jones for three. Another three for Philadelphia.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
White looking around. Cranes the three-pointer. 15 points in the game.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
Now here's Collins. Latre, the offensive rebound. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. There's a screen by Collins. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. And the 76ers lead by 9. And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. You have to like what we've seen from Jones.
And he is absolutely dialed in from outside. They need to close out on him much quicker when he's lining up those threes.
Let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who the best defenders have been over the past month. Here are your steals leaders. Fourth, Nerlens Noel. And, of course, Al Horford.
Between these two guys, it's been quite a month of thievery. Just look at the steals for them over that period of time.
Here's Noel. At the top of the key, Favors. Out to the wing. From past the arc. And the Warriors, another three.
Another bomb for him right now. His three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
Absolutely, and they have to continue to go to him.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline.
Some numbers for Noel. How he did last season. 9th in steals, and he did his share on the glass. Battled his way into the top 15 in rebounds per game.
And like a thief in the night, he will pick your pocket clean. Top 10 in steals, as you said last year. Always a threat to cause a turnover. Pass to Jones. 6 on the shot clock. And Jones slams it in.
Showtime. Eddie Jones has incredible hops.
Warriors trail by 8. And the Warriors take on 2 more.
And this has been a nice start to the second half. They're 3 out of 4 in a rhythm on the offense right now.
Outside Collins. Fires the 3. And Jones gets it to go in on the assist by Collins. Collins has got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Now here's White. Still without a basket. He's feeling it. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
He's doing everything he can. If they want to win, others have to step up and provide some scoring.
Outside Collins. Pass to Jones. Takes a 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Keep riding that hot hand. He's been pretty much unstoppable.
Outside White to the left wing. Right side Williams. Back to White. Favors with a screen on down. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Collins. Dunn kicks to Collins. Dunn passes to Collins. And there's the call on Jones. That'll be his second foul of the game. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle steps for the 76ers?
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
And another thing they've really excelled at tonight is protecting the rim. Shooters keep getting their shots swatted away by this squad.
Hits it from three-point range.
That's his third three of the half after putting up a pair before halftime. Fantastic shooting display from him.
Henderson passes to Collins. Shoots the three. Connects from three-point range. 19 points in the game.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. And we'll examine here how the distribution has been between three-pointers and two-pointers tonight for the 76ers.
And a lot of shots from long distance. They're trying to stretch out the D and force them to cover out in space. And a lot of times that enables an offense to get some opportunities to attack in the paint.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. It's a 13-point game. And the Warriors, another three.
He has a lot of points from long range this half. He's taken advantage of a really tired defense.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
There's a screen. Lets it go with the three. The 76ers, another three.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Over to the wing. And it's off from three-point range. Philadelphia leading by 13. Pass to Collins. Outside, Jones. 6 to shoot. Collins, a screen on Williams. Fires, high post. The Warriors pull it in. Favors got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Henderson defending. Back to Williams. Beyond the arc. And it's John Collins with the rebound. Collins has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Henderson passes to Collins. Jones from outside. Good again. He's on tonight. 9 for 13 shooting.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Tatum on the wing. Over Jones. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Tatum's got 10 points in the game.
Over the years, Tatum has limited the amount of mid-range jumpers that he takes, but it is still a natural part of his game.
Collins passes to Jones. He's guarded by Williams. Pass to Donaldson. A beautiful reverse layup. And the 76ers lead by 16.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
And so it's Philadelphia with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. They have been sharp from beyond the arc, putting on a terrific three-point shooting display. Back to the action in just a minute. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Daniel Gafford is out there with Favors. Then there's Derek White. Then it's Tatum, and it's Mirotic in at the 3. That's the Warriors' 5.
If they're going to want to close the gap, they're going to need to start running more sets through him. Let your stars lead the way. Come on.
Now here's Plumlee. Pass to Jones. This one for 3. The 76ers another 3.
and they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
White, bounce pass. Tatum connects. The jumper drops.
What's special about him is he is a natural leader and an active scorer. When Tatum is firing off the catch, you know he's feeling it.
Now, here's Dunn. Pass to Person. And Jones has it in the corner. Over Tatum. And again, it's Philadelphia.
He's been dominant all game long. Nobody on the floor can stop him. And look, let's just say he knows it.
High post Favors. For the 3. Oh, my. He'll go to the line with a chance for a 4-point play. It's going to go on Eddie Jones. This Duarte's checked in for Mirotic. Philadelphia also making some changes. Williams, he's checked in for Plumlee. And it's Otto Porter Jr. in for Person. And that one falls for Tatum.
And this kid understands the importance of free throws. Tatum doesn't take them lightly.
Outside Williams. Outside Jones. Poked away and stolen by Tatum. Pass to White. The 3. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got 5 assists tonight.
I know Coach wants to see Tatum make snappy passes like that more often.
Here's the tee, and we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Here. Williams is checked in. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse had to say to the team, and he encouraged them to stay focused and not get complacent, saying we've worked too hard to get this lead and we're not going to give it up now. Stay connected, play smart, let's get this win. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Allie. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Outside, Jones. Donaldson the pass to Fonjecchio. Just 5 to shoot. Jones for 3. Here's Donaldson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the 76ers lead by 12.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
Now here's Tatum. Williams has a screen for Tatum. Tatum gets it to go inside.
And he's doing everything he can offensively to lift them out of this hole. But I'm not sure his hot shooting can do it alone.
Outside Williams. Jones against Tatum. Jones, the pass to Fonjecchio. From the arc. That shot missing. Excellent D there from Williams. Warriors trail by 10. White with it. Outside Tatum. To the inside. Gafford kicks to Williams. Tatum dishes to Favors. Pulls up. Out to White. Favors with a screen on Jones. Here's Tatum. Again, Golden State.
You gotta love this. Tatum has that offensive hunger. And the young man is just going off.
Dunn passes to Fonjecchio. Here's the 3. And Tatum pulls it down. Warriors trail by 8. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Here's Donaldson, covered by Gafford. They set the screen. That's off.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
You aren't exaggerating. You don't get to 20 rebounds without having a special talent for grabbing misses.
Jumper is off. The 76ers leading by 8. Jones looking for an opening. And stolen by Favors. White with it. Now guarded by Dunn. Now Gafford. Outside Tatum. Pocket 6. White outside. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. Philadelphia has gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Williams outside. Fontecchio down low. He started by Williams. Can't get it to go. And so White will bring it up for the Warriors. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Down he goes for 3.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
And the 76ers making a change here.
Substitution.
There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Nice use of the glass on the finish.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
Williams outside. From deep. Cleared away by Jones.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
That one is off. And it's desperation time now.
Doesn't matter if it's a 2 or a 3. They need the quickest shot possible.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Noel. So Philadelphia wins it. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative.
All right, everyone, and a look at the starters for the Knicks. Jackson Hayes is out there with Kuminga. And it's Williams, and it's Dumars in at the 2. And for the Lakers, we've got Davis. Johnson is out there with Donovan Mitchell. Then it's Ben Simmons. Well, 2 of the best guards in the league going at it today, Grant. Is there a bit of bragging rights on the line?
You know, maybe not for the players themselves, BA, but the fans will absolutely use this game as evidence when they argue why their guy is the best.
Sensational speed by Simmons, trucking it down the court and beating everybody.
Pass to Kuminga. New York working the ball around now. Williams on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. New York needs to get off a shot here. Hayes. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
Ask pretty much any coach. That's how he'd like to start the game.
Outside Simmons. Kuminga pulls it in. And so Kuminga will bring it up for the Knicks. And their first look at this year's Lakers squad. Mitchell against Williams. Hayes with a screen on Mitchell. Down low. And it's blocked by Davis.
Davis showing you with that swat, he is always a Defensive Player of the Year caliber candidate.
Simmons, the pass to Johnson. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls.
He's one of those guys who just knows how to generate offense.
And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Back to Williams. Sinks it from distance.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
The Lakers have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Mitchell, the pass to Johnson. Simmons looking around. Up top, Davis. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Smart move from the big man to get rid of it there. The defense was closing. Davis let it go.
Pass to Kuminga. Lets it fly. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Simmons. And the 3 off target.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Pass to Dumars. Here's Hayes. Checked by Mitchell. Just 4 to shoot from 7 feet away. And it's Hayes with the bucket inside.
When coaches talk about starting fast, this is what they mean.
Lakers trail by 3. Outside Simmons. Launches it. And it's New York with a rebound.
And in that game, they owned the glass. Most of the second chance opportunities went to them.
Plenty of heart and hustle in that regard. I mean, they made sure to hit the glass hard and often.
Fires from deep. Drops in the 3.
He's trying to get it going offensively, but right now just 1 of 4 to start.
And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for New York. And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. And some changes here for New York. Jaylen Brown comes in for Kuminga. And Teague subbed in for Williams. Knocked loose. Pass to Hill. And here's Johnson. Back to Hill. Off target from outside. Outside, Brown. Dumars passes to Teague. Here's Hayes. Misses the baby hook.
Give the defense credit there. Normally, that's 2 points.
Outside, Johnson. From deep. Knocks it down from distance. He's got 6.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired. Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Pass to Brown. Out to the right wing. Hayes with a screen. Inside. 1:44 left in the first quarter. Outside, Hill. Now here's Simmons. They set the screen. Lets it fly. It's Hayes with the rebound.
Operating from mid-range, that's a shot he likes. I mean, I'm sure he'd love to have that one back.
New York working the ball around now. Here's Dumars. In his last outing, 8 points for him. 4 on the clock. And Hayes lays it in. Hayes has got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out. Ugh. Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
And so now a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Here is the most legendary dance team on the planet, your Locker Girls.
Both teams will make substitutions. This break gives us a chance to look back on the last month and see which teams racked up the most points in transition. Los Angeles, 2nd.
They've been playing at a fast pace, which plays to their strengths.
Fast break, here we go. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That one on man. New York shooting their first free throws of the game.
Shooting for New York, Williams at the line for 2.
Ties it up, and his next one could give him the lead. Dudley, he's checked in for man. And that one falls. That puts him up 1 point in the game now.
Extremely reliable. When he steps up to the line, you just kind of expect him to knock him down.
Outside, Hill. 3-pointer. Here's Davis. Called in by Hill. For New York, they've gone 5 of 9 from the floor. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's Stuckey. Parker defending. Stolen by Davis. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Here's Dudley. Pass to Davis. Spins. With 4 on the clock. Here's Dudley. The 3 is up. Doesn't go that time. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Knicks out in front. Up 1. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. All right, guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
Well, it's simple. When you can dominate the boards at both ends, you can control the second chance touches. And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
They've got Trey Mann, and it's Mourning in at the 5, down low. That's the Laker 5. Teague, the pass to Brown. Hachimura with a screen on Hill. Shot clock at 5. Back to T. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Well, few descriptions more glowing than saying a player is clutch. What, in your opinion, Grant, enables a player to be that way?
You know, B.A., it's about confidence and command. When you're able to process and execute under the pressure, both internal and external, that's when you have a chance to be clutch.
And he knocks down the first one. Mitchell's checked in for Los Angeles. And a switch here also for New York. Jonathan Kuminga, he's checked in for Brown. And so he hits both. The Lakers trail. Outside Mitchell. And there's the screen. There's the triple. The shot that time not on target.
Hey, it was a good look, one he normally capitalizes on.
Stripped it away. Here's Davis. Davis just dominating the opposition. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Lakers?
They've really been disruptive on the defensive end, forcing turnovers and turning those turnovers into points at the other end. And they've done a tremendous job just creating havoc defensively. Active hands have led to tons of turnovers that they've capitalized on. Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Davis with a screen on T. Mitchell against T. And that one's good. Mitchell's got his first points of the game.
Very few guards are built as powerfully as Mitchell is, and I think he's only going to get stronger, folks.
Here's Williams. It's deflected. Kuminga against Hill. It's stolen by Kuminga. And here we go. The Knicks in transition. The kick out to Williams. Back to Kuminga. Hill against Hill. Teague, the pass to Hill. Got it.
Excellent movement on the play. The pass on time and on point.
Here in quarter 2, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. So now a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Outplayed in their previous game on their schedule, losing to the Cavs.
I really didn't see much of an edge from them. A little more intensity could have gone a long way.
Yeah, you know, to me, I agree. They just never looked engaged, which is surprising considering how close the game ended up being.
Outside, Hill. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Mitchell. From the wing. It's rebounded by New York. Kuminga's got 4 rebounds in the game. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. The Lakers are always thinking title. Coach J.J. Redick said, everything I've ever done in this sport has been crystallized into how can I win a championship? I got close as a college player and as an NBA player. My hope and goal is to bring the Lakers their 18th NBA championship as head coach. Back to you.
Eyes on the prize. Okay, Allie, good stuff. Outside, Hill. That one falls. Coming off Davis' feed.
Working it to the open teammate that time. Excellent awareness from Davis.
And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. Pass to Kuminga. Jacks up a 3. And Foyle pulls it down.
Yeah, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Now Hill. Mitchell, the pass to Johnson. Back to Mitchell. And Jaylen Brown gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. Harris is checked in for the Lakers. Then Simmons comes in for Hill. Payton against Johnson. Just 5 to shoot. For 3, here's Harris. New York has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Kuminga, the pass to Payton. Back to Kuminga. Let's go with a 3. Knocks down the triple. Give him 8.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
Johnson inside, guarded by Payton. The kick out to Simmons. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Simmons has gotten his second bucket on the night.
And their shots are dropping with more consistency now.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap.
For three, it's rebounded by Los Angeles. Outside Johnson. Pass to Foyle. Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. And now the Knicks on the break. Ben Simmons grabs the board. The Lakers have gotten over 50% of their shots to go. 5 for 9 in the second. And here's Mitchell. And now the Knicks on the break. And he's going for the oop here.
And that's got to hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where one or two possessions can impact the outcome.
So for the Knicks, Hayes is checked in for Hill, and Williams is subbed in for Payton.
Substitution on the board.
There's 45 seconds left in the second. Here's Johnson, 6 to shoot, 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
This is where Magic thrives, a master at toying with defenders and screen and rolls.
Williams passes to Kuminga. He drops it from range. Kuminga's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Outside Simmons. The 3. Fires in the triple.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Pass to Dumars. Poke loose. Outside, Williams. From behind the arc. No good on the buzzer beater. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. It's the Knicks, leading by just 2. And we'll return shortly.
Depth has been the key for them so far. They've gotten a nice spark from their second unit, especially at the offensive end.
Next up, guys, let's talk about those power rankings. And that's it for halftime.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. The Lakers trail. Checking out the group from Mike Brown to start the second half. They've got Kuminga. He's out there with Hayes. And it's Williams in at the 1. Off target from the wing. New York has got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game. Rebound collected by Anthony Davis. And for the Lakers, they're shooting the ball at 48% so far. Out of bounds, it'll be New York's ball. Over the last month, these are the highest scoring teams in the NBA. Number 1, the Knicks.
This team has really found a great offensive rhythm lately. Running smart plays, sharing the ball, and racking up points.
Knicks shooting 52% from the floor so far. Simmons defending. Back to Williams. Here's Dumars. Still no points. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Dumars showing us some surprising hops right there. Finds room to take off and certainly doesn't waste that opportunity.
Simmons with it. Guarded now by Williams. From downtown, it's Hayes with the rebound. Hayes has got his 5th rebound in this one. Dumars passes to Williams. Pulls it. And he nails the jumper. Now it's a 6-point New York lead. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for Los Angeles. Outside Mitchell. Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Up top Davis. Pass to Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. From outside the arc. And it's New York with a rebound.
Not the start you want coming out of the locker room, missing 3 straight like that.
Rebounded by Johnson. The Lakers have gone 0 for 3 to start the second half. Simmons, the pass to Johnson. Pass to Mitchell. Over Williams. Mitchell's shot is good.
You know, after starting 0 for 3 this half, they finally get one down.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over.
And looking at their scoring off of turnovers, they were in the top half of the league. They capitalized on those chances when they could, and it speaks to the hustle they put into their play on the floor.
And their offensive execution was simply outstanding. They finished in the top 10 in field goal percentage because of how disciplined and focused they were on playing to their strengths.
At his size, Simmons has the reach to be a shot blocker, so you've got to be careful when you're trying to rise up around him. It has been a shaky start this half for their offense, shooting just 1 of 5.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Lakers trail by 6. Outside Simmons. Buries it from 3. He's got 12.
You know, Simmons is a platinum-level passer, and he has a really good understanding of when his teammates are open.
Pass to Dumars. The wide-open shot is on the money. And the Knicks lead by 5.
Look, when you play as a team, good things tend to happen for you.
Mitchell, the pass to Johnson. Outside Simmons. Davis, a screen. There's the 3. And that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession. Jaylen Brown, he's checked in for Kuminga. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Clock at 6. Beyond the arc. Sinks that one. Now shooting 5 of 10 and looking sharp.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Johnson against Williams. Unloads. Finds it again. 6 for 12 and remaining assertive.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
Lakers trail by 4. Outside Davis. Off target from 3-point range. The Knicks have gotten 5 of 8 shots to go in the third. Back to Williams. Tries it from 16, and it's New York scoring again.
Defenses nowadays try to protect the rim and the three-point line, so the mid-range is usually available.
The Lakers have gone cold here in this third quarter. Just 3 of 9. Johnson passes to Davis. Launches the 3. And it's New York with a rebound.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. Mikal Bridges is very comfortable with his mid-range and in-between game. He said when it comes to the basketball court, it's not just the rims and the threes. You have the rest of the court, too. Now, not everyone is effective with those middle distance shots, but Mikal always has been. Back to you guys.
He can knock him down. Thanks a lot, Allie. And the jam by Brown.
And this young kid, Brown, is an incredible athlete. I mean, part of why his teammates encourage him to attack the rack like that.
This one for 3. Connects from downtown. 18 points for him.
He hit 3 triples in the first half. 3 more since. That's nothing to shrug at.
1:11 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Back to Williams. 6 on the shot clock. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
Going into halftime, he had 2 threes in his pocket, but hasn't added to that total since.
New York leading by 5. Stolen by Davis. Outside Johnson. lets the three fly. And Los Angeles, another three.
He's been excellent in this period. Even though they're down, he's keeping them close.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Brown. The shot. New York again can't hit.
Yeah, just a little off his game this quarter. He's trying to work his way into a rhythm.
Now Davis. From deep, here's Simmons. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your two guards share the wealth.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Mitchell out there with Johnson. Then it's Green, and it's Hill in at the three. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. They get the rebound. Here's Burke. Sends it home from three-point land. And the Knicks lead by 5.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
Outside Johnson. And the jumper is good at the free throw line.
Magic so adept at taking what the defense gives him. Nice shot.
Pass to Dumars. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Over Mitchell. Outside Brown. New York working the ball around now. 4 on the clock. Oh, deflected. It's stolen by Johnson. And it's good for 2. Johnson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, you know, Johnson plays with such confidence and effervescence in the open floor. You never know what he's going to do, but most of the time, he makes a good decision.
Kuminga with a screen on Johnson. Back to Kuminga. Takes a 3. Mitchell grabs a miss.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Pass to Hill. Outside Johnson. Outside for Mitchell. Clock at 6. There's the screen by Johnson to take the lead. That one's good. Mitchell making the play.
It's been a dominant night for him, staying productive throughout.
Dumars passes to Brown, and that's a foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul, and Los Angeles making a change here. Harris is checked in. New York also changing it up. Hachimura is checked in for Jaylen Brown, and Teague subbed in for Burke. Hachimura, the pass to Dumars. Fires the 3, and no good. Ooh, solid defense from Mitchell. Johnson with it, picked up by Teague. Outside Johnson. Down low, Foyle lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And now a 3-point Los Angeles lead.
This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
Teague against Johnson. Teague goes in. Here's Hachimura. And the layup is good off the glass.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Outside, Hill. Pass to Harris. Fade away. Shot by Johnson, no good.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the board.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Coming down the stretch, it's still anyone's game.
Incredible effort and energy on both sides. These guys must be gassed.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what J.J. Redick was going over with his team. Coach wanted to see more urgency when it came to closing out on shooters. He said, quote, right now we're jogging at them on the perimeter. It needs to be a sprint to run them off the line. We'll see if the guys have it in them.
As always, Allie, we thank you. It's off. And so Kuminga will bring it up for New York. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth. Check by Mitchell. Oh, the feathering touch. Dropped it right over the rim.
With a tough road ahead, they worked hard to get a good shot.
Johnson outside. Goes again. Here's Simmons. Mitchell outside. Davis a screen. Jacks up a three.
Mitchell won't let a little foul shut him down. He's going to the rack with authority.
And he's good on the first of three. He hits the second from the line. And he makes all three.
We've come to expect this from him in these situations. Extremely calm under pressure.
New York has gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
No good on that one. And the second free throw is good.
Not an A-plus trip to the line, but he did get them the lead.
Misses the three. The Knicks with the lead. Simmons defending. Stolen by Mitchell. On the break. Oh, they get a hand on it. Hey, it's blocked by Simmons.
An all-defensive selection in this league. Ben Simmons has all the tools to be elite on this end.
A tough finish inside from Davis.
Poised under pressure to produce at the right time in the big time. AD.
Hayes with a screen on Simmons. Johnson with the rebound. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Buries it from outside.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Simmons defending.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
He gets the first, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. Both good from the line that time.
Hey, a steady hand at the line in a tough situation. He narrows it to a one-possession game.
They'll probably slow things down now.
Burn the clock while you have the lead. I like that.
From about 16. Oh, he cannot hit. And so it's New York with it.
And the game isn't over yet, but they have to move quickly.
That's the way to go.
And now we've got an intentional foul. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
Exactly. You got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws. 2-possession game now, guys. Some very important free throws there.
New York calls timeout. They're losing by 4. Turning here to our analyst. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
And they're going to have to work fast coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, they're going to draw up a play here, I think, to get a shot right off of the inbounds pass and not waste too much time at all.
You expect he's going to find a way to pull through in the clutch.
They lead by 1, and they need to stop the clock, so there's the foul.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
Question is, now can they protect the three-point lead he's given them?
And it's Mike Brown calling timeout here. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. From a coaching perspective, what are the keys to focus on here?
If they leave the arc open, take it. But it may be safer to get a quick 2 and then foul. Either way, they got to score the ball.
He hits the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
That should put this game on ice, not leaving any points behind.
No good from three. And so it's the Lakers with the W. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding on to the lead at the end.